Mormon church shooter identified as 42-year-old military vet MSM portrays him as MAGA, but yard signs in his home tell a different story. Bro, people were trying to publish so much like fake shit about this guy. Like apparently there's a picture of him with like a big Trump thing on his shirt, and a bunch of weirdos online are trying to push up like a photoshopped version of him without the Trump thing, claiming that that's the real picture and the other one is photoshopped. It's actually so unhinged. And I think there's like a Trump sign in his yard, and people are trying to say actually it was a stop Trump sign. That, like, yeah, I don't know. So this is how it goes now. Every time someone does something awful, we have to try and pin it on left versus right. I'm sure this will definitely help solve problems. What a loser, dude. These guys are such losers in the R conservative subreddit. Oh my God, you voted for this. Own it. You decrepit piece of... He's probably some old boomer with 7 homes with all of his children living in each one. God, I hate these people. What about the one where he's wearing a t-shirt that says "Make Liberals Cry Again"? Do you have a link to a non-edited photo of him with that shirt? Oh, a lot of deleted comments. What's going on down here?
Is this image of the man accused of causing a preventable tragedy at a Mormon church in Michigan fake or Photoshop? First off, I have to apologize about being evasive about who this man is or what he did. YouTube tends to demonetize videos on certain kinds of topics and certain kinds of titles. A lot of my content is posted uncensored at rhymingclef.substack.com for unfiltered analysis. It's like $5 a month. Now, a number of people reached out to me because the image of the accused was circulated around the internet with a particular emphasis on the accused shirt. This particular shirt reads, "Trump 2020, make liberals cry again." So the question is whether this picture is photoshopped with a Trump campaign logo. This video is probably going to get shared a lot, so allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ryan McBeth. I'm an intelligence analyst with a specialty in cyber or cyber intelligence, and I help find bad guys so that my clients can, you get the idea. And as you can see, I'm traveling right now. I'm actually at Dallas Fort Worth Airport because I'm headed to Goodfellow Air Force Base for a project. Now, during this video, I will use ICD 203, which is the gold standard in the intelligence community for determining probability. So this is the picture in question. What can we learn about it? Well, there's a bridge in the background, and we know the accused is from Michigan. In the intelligence community, this is what we call a clue. There is only a finite number of suspension bridges in Michigan. So this particular bridge is actually the Mackinac Bridge in Michigan. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. That's a suspension.
I don't need to go through this whole... Never mind. Okay. We don't need to watch this whole thing. You know what? I don't care. I don't care whether the shooter was MAGA or if the shooter was some far leftist who has had 1,000 abortions. A sick, twisted, evil human being drove into a church, shot it up, and set it on fire. That's all we should be focusing on. I'm so sick and tired of both sides immediately trying to figure out a shooter's political leanings so they can blame that. What's the, Fuck. What's the website that lets you look through a person's comment history again? Fuck, I need to bookmark this. Oh, it's that one. Thank you. Artists. Which direction? Okay. When was the Charlie Kirk shooting? If this is true, Trump derangement syndrome is deadly. 9/10. Okay. Is shit politics says? Is that a far left or far right leaning subreddit? I think politics is like a super tanky subreddit now, right? Or super far left. So I'm guessing shit politics says is probably pretty far right. My God. Hansen's Predator. What the fuck is this subreddit? Dumbass leftist celebrating how loving, how compassionate. Jerusalem bus attack. Uh-oh. Israeli. Okay. I don't see much in here about the Charlie Kirk thing. Oh, wait. These are just... Hold on. Those were just posts. What do we got for comments? The left sure does seem to know a lot about Nazis. FBI had 274 plainclothes agents embedded in January 6th. You'll never see the mainstream media report about this. Based. Democrats are driving young men to kill Nazis who aren't Nazis. This 1,000%. That's why something has to be done. This type of speech is dangerous and should not be free. Doesn't matter one bit. The narrative on January 6th will always be that Trump tried to overthrow democracy or something. What good does a story like this do if it will never change the opinion of the general public? Oh no. God damn, this guy posts a lot. Oh, this is kind of consistent. He doesn't have to be part of a left-wing group. People do bad stuff. That's all. Leftists take a victory lap over a technicality in the Kirk assassination investigation because the shooter wasn't formerly part of a left-wing group. Maybe. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, it's still scrolled down. No, we need to raise the temperature 1,000,000 times higher. If we don't, the left will. Nice. MSNBC is a terrorist organization. Okay. I want investigations like never before. Find out who did it and make an example of them. Then find all Reddit comments celebrating this and investigate the people behind them and bring them to justice because they're all complicit. Drop the fucking hammer for once. Make a fucking example. Oh, we don't need rallies. We need action. We need to show the world that the left is a terrorist organization. Okay, well that's kind of a rough one from this, but okay. His blood is on the left's hand. Fuck them. I don't ever want to hear a leftist talk about January 6th again, ever. They've lost that right. We need to do the exact opposite. Remind everyone that this is who the left is. They're hateful, violent, and will kill anybody who dares threaten their power. Never, ever forget. I'm going to bed early tonight. Try to sleep away this nightmare. I'll leave you all with this. Never, ever forget this day and this week. In the past few days, we've seen graphic video of an innocent Ukrainian girl get stabbed to death on a train by a man who said, "Got that white girl." And the left sympathized with the killer instead of the victim. Who did that happen? Who were all these people who were like saying that, like, who were these people? Wait, what? Who? Trump blames radical left for Charlie Kirk assassination. Good. Blame them all. His blood is on their hands. Anyway, my question is, where do we go from here? There has to be some major blowback to this, and soon. They killed our guy. Bring back public executions. This person is a terrorist. Thanks for the moral check. I really give a fuck about what you or any other simps for dead fascists think. And fuck his wife for marrying a bigot too. Glad she got to see it. Damn. FBI, do your thing. This person is a terrorist. Jesus. If he gets off on insanity, that's it. This country is done. Leftists defending him in 3, 2, 1. In response to the one guy, the fake shooter guy, saying he had child porn on his phone or whatever. Jesus Christ. Okay. I just think it's funny to say the reaction to the Charlie Kirk shooting. And then when this shooting happens, you know what? I don't care. I don't care whether the shooter was MAGA or if the shooter was some far leftist with 1,000 abortions. He was a sick guy. That's all we should be focusing on. I'm so sick and tired of both sides immediately trying to figure out the shooter's political leanings so they can blame that. Instead, we need to vilify the shooter himself. We need to vilify crime and bring back much more severe punishment for violent criminals. Nice. Should check out his Facebook. It's way more extreme. I'm good on that, Chief. Fuck that. Jesus. My left here.
Dan Kane.
All right, generals, admirals, senior leaders, good morning. Wow, what a group here today.
Wow.
I will tell you that our enemies are terrified right now that we are all in the same room, and that.
Why? Why would they be? Okay.
That is a true statement. Welcome, everyone, to Marine Corps Base Quantico and the first ever Key Leaders All Call. To the Commandant and all of the Marines that have made this event possible, thank you. This was no small feat to put this event together in short order, and I'm glad there's pull-up bars just outside. The SEALs in the corner out there are very happy about that. I regret to inform you there will not be a PT test after this event because I know you all would crush it. Last night, I had the privilege of joining the Secretary and the Joint Chiefs in honoring 50 Gold Star families at the White House as the President, the First Lady, and our nation honored their loved ones' service and sacrifices. Teammates, it was a quiet and deeply meaningful event that reminded all of us that were lucky enough to be there of the serious and unforgiving nature of the business that we are in, fighting and winning our nation's wars. Leaders, we are living in dynamic and potentially dangerous times. Global risk is on the rise. Our adversaries are no longer aligning, they are aligned. And we must align with equal resolve and unity. Even as we strive for and seek peace, we must be prepared for war. Now, more than ever, it is vital that we hear from our civilian leaders, understand where they're taking the department and the joint force. And today, we have the unprecedented opportunity and honor to hear directly from the Secretary of War, and our Commander-in-Chief. Together, you and I
have done unto yourself. It's the ultimate simplifying test of truth. The new War Department golden rule is this: do unto your unit as you would have done unto your own child's unit. Would you want him serving with fat or unfit or undertrained troops? Or alongside people who can't meet basic standards?
True.
Or in a unit where standards were lowered so certain types of troops could make it in?
Okay. White House to announce Trump RX drug buying website and deal with Pfizer. What? Is this like the government or Trump personally or what? The company says it gains a 3-year grace period to exempt it from national security related tariffs. What the fuck is this? President Trump unveiled plans Tuesday to launch a government-run website dubbed Trump RX. If it's government-related, why is it called Trump RX? For consumers to buy drugs directly from manufacturers, and he said Pfizer plans to offer some of its drugs on the site at a reduced rate. Somebody help me. Am I retarded? Or aren't you not buying them directly from manufacturers? Aren't you buying them through the retailer Trump RX? What does that mean? You can buy directly from the manufacturer. How? Buy through me. Okay. Okay. Where do you get the link? This is on my daily news update. Is it somewhere accessible? Yeah, it's on my Obsidian. Look there. No, okay, this seems retarded. Also, imagine like, oof, the government is like tracking now. I thought Republicans hated shit like that. All your medications. YouTube to pay $24.5 million to settle lawsuit brought by Trump. Trump has agreed to pay $24.5 million to settle a 2020 lawsuit with President Trump, Radigan's company, and his chief executive over its suspension of Trump's account after that year's riot at the U.S. Capitol. $24.5 million because he got banned. Really? This is after Meta agreed to pay $25 million and X agreed to pay $10 million. Jesus Christ.
Joining us now, House Speaker Mike Johnson, Republican.
Finally. Jesus. Mike Johnson is so evil, but finally he's on the left-wing media network, CNN. So he's probably going to get held to account finally here. We're going to see some brutal questioning and him being unable to just lie with impunity to the American people.
Louisiana. Mr. Speaker, good to see you. Let's start with the shutdown talks. A few days ago, President Trump rejected even meeting with Democratic leaders, reportedly at the urging of you and the Senate Majority Leader John Thune. What changed?
Well, I had a long talk with the president yesterday, Jake, and, he feels the same way that I do about this. He's always open to discussion, but he wants to operate in good faith. So he decided to bring us all in. He wants to talk with Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries and just try to convince them to follow common sense and do what's right by the American people. Jake, it's important to point out the only thing we are trying to do is buy a little time. The appropriators in both parties have been working very diligently over the last many weeks to work through the appropriations process. As you know.
Many weeks? Why not since the last appropriations bill? This is your job. The one thing, actually, he said a lot of things that I agreed with off camera, that Santos told me after our show. He said that he feels like if Congress can't pass a budget, then next election cycle, every single one of them is forced to resign. Like it has to be new people for the next election cycle. None of them are allowed to run for election again. I kind of like that idea. Like, this is your job. Like, one of the most important functions of government is to fund it. If you can't pass like a spending bill, then everybody should leave. Like, everybody just needs to be gone, and then bring in a new crowd. I think that's based.
The law requires us to pass 12 separate appropriations bills and to be good stewards of American taxpayers' dollars. But that hasn't happened. It usually doesn't happen in Washington. Everything gets pushed to the end of the year right before Christmas, and there's a giant omnibus spending bill. Since I became Speaker, I've been trying to force back the muscle memory to force Congress to do its work, and we're doing it. Jake, I'm delighted to tell you, in a bipartisan fashion, the appropriators have worked through 12 separate appropriations bills in the House committee. 3 are passed off the floor in the House. 3 passed off the Senate floor. Those bills don't match up exactly, so there's a conference committee between 2 chambers working as they're supposed to for the first time since 2019. But here's the problem. We run out of clock because the end of the September 30th is the end of the fiscal year. So what we did was a simple, clean...
For the first time since 2019. Why haven't they been doing this for months already?
Continuing resolution is 24 pages in length. All it does is keep the government open so appropriators can continue to do this work together, bipartisan. Chuck Schumer came back with a long laundry list of partisan demands that don't fit into this process, and he's going to try to shut the government down. The president wants to talk with him about that and say, please, don't do that.
So at this meeting tomorrow, is President Trump looking to make a deal, or is it going to be like when Michael Corleone met Senator Geary? My offer is this, nothing.
We just let him say all of that unobstructed, no pushback. Okay, cool. So it's the Democrats' fault. The Republicans want to be deal makers. They're just trying to buy a little bit of time. Cool. Okay. I guess that's all true.
Well, look, we'll have to see, but I can tell you where his head and his heart are. He wants to do right by the people. He does not want the Democrats to hold up troops pay, the people who serve in the military. They don't get paid during a shutdown. He doesn't want WIC funding, women, infants, and children nutrition program being held up. He doesn't want telehealth and mental health and FEMA services to be stopped. That's what Chuck Schumer is holding hostage. Why? So that he can add $1.5 trillion in new spending at a time when we're simply just trying to keep the government going for 7 weeks so we can have those debates. It's wrong. He also wants to, by the way, what Chuck Schumer is demanding in exchange for all those good things I just listed, he wants to reinstate free health care for illegal aliens paid by American taxpayers. We're not doing that. We can't do that. That's just one of the crazy things.
Well, I think he would take issue with that. Here is what House...
he would take issue with that. Oh, okay. He would... okay, thank you. Because it's like both sides are making equivalent arguments here, right?
Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries said on CNN Friday night about what he says Democrats are asking for, which is the continuing of the Obamacare subsidies being extended to American citizens only to prevent more than 1 million of those Americans joining the ranks of the uninsured. I'd like to get your response. This is what Jeffries said.
And all we're saying is let's find a path forward to actually fix the healthcare system that Republicans have broken for the good of everyone. They dropped this reckless partisan bill that continues to gut the healthcare of the American people, and it went down in flames. And so their bill is dead on arrival.
Is that demand for continuing the Obamacare subsidies, is that even on the table tomorrow?
No.
Look, that statement by my friend Hakeem is absolutely absurd. There is nothing partisan about this continuing resolution. Nothing. We didn't add a single partisan priority or policy writer at all. We're operating completely in good faith to give more time. The only thing that would gut healthcare, using his own phraseology, is if we took Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer's demand here, because they want to cut $50 billion from rural hospitals. That's a new fund that we added in the big, beautiful bill, the Working Families Tax Cuts that we passed just a couple months ago. They want to gut that. They also want to hold up all this funding that I listed. I mean, the WIC program is something that we all champion for women, infants, and children nutrition. That would be held up. So it's exactly the opposite of what Hakeem is talking about. The Obamacare subsidies is a policy debate that has to be determined by the end of the year, December 30th, not right now, while we're simply trying to keep the government open so we can have all these debates.
So just as a point of fact, it's against the law for...
If it's a policy debate, then why did it get defunded the last big government spending thing you guys passed? If it's supposed to be a policy debate.
Non-citizens to get those subsidies. And if they expire, Americans' premiums could jump as much as 75%, some experts say, and consumers could start viewing those higher premiums as soon as October. Are you not worried at all that those people might blame Republicans for those healthcare costs, for the insurance costs going up?
No, they're not being truthful about that, Jake. The program doesn't expire until the end of December, so we have time to have all those discussions and debates. But yes, it is illegal for...
Like what? I don't think the problem, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think the problem is that the program is going to expire in October. I think the thing is that that's when the renewals come up. And if it is going to expire, then you're going to see that reflected when you go to renew next week or whenever the renewals come up. Not that it's like expiring right now, but that the renewal is going to reflect an increased price. So, I mean, like Johnson is just avoiding like answering with substance.
For illegal aliens to receive health care paid for by hardworking American taxpayers. But they're making the demand to change that. They want to add that back in. That's one of Chuck Schumer's primary demands, to keep the government open. And we're not going to do that. The American people didn't vote for us to do that. We're trying to clean up the system. So what they're demanding, they know is outrageous. They know it's far beyond the pale. And look, I challenge anybody listening to us, Jake. Go pull this up. You will see there is nothing partisan in what we have passed and presented to the Senate. Chuck Schumer is doing this for one reason. He is trying to get cover from the far left base of his party because they've been hammering him for not fighting Trump. So he's going to try to show that he's fighting Trump, but he has absolutely no logical basis for doing so here.
So just to be clear, there's not going to be any negotiation at this meeting. This is just going to be you and Thune and Trump telling Jeffries and Schumer, we're not giving you anything.
Look, I'm not going to get in front of the president and tell you what he will do, but I talked with him, a couple times, even yesterday. And I'm telling you where his head is. He wants to bring in the leaders to come in and act like leaders and do the right thing for the American people. It's fine to have partisan debates and squabbles, but you don't hold the people hostage for their services to allow yourself political cover. And that's what Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries are doing right now.
Let's turn to the other big subject in the news here, having to do with the indictment.
Cool. He just says all that with no pushback. Left-wing media, by the way. Like, he does this, and like everybody on the right will still call CNN, like left-wing biased partisan media, despite the fact that Evil Johnson can come here and just say, his propaganda talking points verbatim with no pushback, no challenge whatsoever. Nice.
Former FBI Director James Comey. Just looking at the principle at stake here, if you can remove Comey and Trump out of the equation, as a constitutional attorney and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, do you believe it's acceptable for any president to publicly or privately instruct their attorney general to prosecute a political opponent and go as far as firing a U.S. attorney if they don't bring charges because they don't think the case is strong enough? Never
speak about the morality of it. Just speak about what they can do. Okay? Trump is allowed to hire and fire anybody he wants. A grand jury is what determines an indictment. And maybe throw a little bit of Biden did the same thing to Trump or something. Do we have a bingo card for this?
I'm glad you brought up the principle. That is exactly what's at issue here. James Comey lied to Congress. Okay, he took an oath. He said things to Congress that were simply not true. It's called
We have our talking points for Comey. Yeah?
perjury. A grand jury that is not, a nonpartisan, non-biased grand
Okay,
jury
we got the grand jury in here. Okay, cool.
that was assembled, looked at the charges.
Thank
and
you for explaining what a grand jury does. Not relevant at all to this question.
They agreed. They voted to bring an indictment of James Comey, not President Trump, not the DOJ, but a grand jury. That's how our
No,
system works.
the grand juries do not consider random charges for random people at random points in time. A grand jury is presented with an indictment that is brought by a federal prosecutor. So I don't know why he's pretending that they just randomly get a piece of paper in front of them, but that's fine. It's okay. He can just lie.
To bring an indictment of James Comey, not President Trump, not the DOJ, but a grand jury. That's how our system works. It's a very important principle for us to apply that everybody has to subscribe to the law.
Can we do the thing that I keep begging for somebody to say, oh, so then you agree with the indictments that were issued for Donald Trump, right? And you agree with the convictions for Donald Trump in New York State then, right?
Even a former FBI director, and he has lots to answer for. There are many things that he could have been indicted for, but the statute of limitations ran out on so many of those matters.
Why did the statute of limitations run out? Wasn't Trump president for 4 years after Comey was fired, after he fired him almost immediately for the Russian investigation stuff?
Here, perjury is important. You can't, especially if you're a high official, appointed or elected official, you cannot raise your hand, take an oath, and lie to Congress. And that's an important principle, Jake, for us to advance.
Does the rule of law have to apply to people who stormed the Capitol on January 6th?
That was it on that? Okay.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up.
What are we going to say? Trump pardoned them, so that's technically allowed. The people that were, are we going to flip positions completely and say most of those people that were charged and convicted weren't even at the Capitol or something? What?
There's new information over the last couple of days about that as well, apparently.
Oh, we're just going to jump right to the 261 plainclothes officers that were brought in afterwards. Pretend they were brought in before. Pretend they instigated the entire thing, and then ignore the entire legal system and everything that happened before. Okay, cool.
There were 274 FBI agents in the crowd on January 6th.
No.
I think the total number of persons involved-
Cash Patel just brought some enhanced understanding to that. They were sent there.
Oh my God. 8 minutes and 45 seconds. Tapper gives the lightest bit of pushback. After he clarifies here, do you think Mike Johnson's going to go like, oh, well, okay, whatever, and then move on to the next thing? Or do you think he's going to acknowledge this point?
To do crowd control because of everything that was going on. It wasn't a false flag operation, as President Trump suggested.
Well, Jake, wait a minute. Hold on, Jake. How do you know that, right? There's a lot
going by what Cash Patel said.
Okay, never mind. He's just going to keep pushing lies. How do you know that? Isn't that what Cash Patel said?
New questions about, well, and I'm telling you that there's videos and it's always been disputed what involvement some of those
No, it hasn't been. Not by any serious person.
persons, engaged in, what involvement they had. Did they spur on the crowd? Did they open the gates to allow them in? I don't know. These are questions, but they should be answered. And yeah.
They have been answered. There were people that were convicted of seditious treason or seditious conspiracy. But now the legal system's not enough. Now we have infinite questions for everything. Notice how we totally moved off that point, by the way, of where the conviction's okay for Jan 6ers. Now we've moved off into some other conspiratorial nonsense. Even on left-wing media, conservatives will control the conversation every fucking time.
There's a lot of investigation and discovery to go forward. We have a select subcommittee, bipartisan, a committee that is reviewing the investigation of the original J6 committee. I mean, a committee investigating the previous committee. Why?
Yeah.
Because there was so much bias in the system.
Oh.
And that committee was rigged, I think.
There was so much bias on the system. Oh, so we can't trust the system, the past system, but we can trust the current system, but not the system when Cash Patel says that these officers showed up in response to J6, but we can trust the system when they say there were 274 officers there on J6. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, so was Cash Patel lying to Congress then when he disagreed with Mike Johnson's current assessment, or?
And I think my theory is, I've always believed that they got rid of evidence and they hid some of this. So all of it's going to come out.
Based on what evidence?
Now, the American people deserve full transparency.
Full transparency,
and that's what
100%.
Congress is working on, and that's what the administration is working on.
I'm always in favor of full transparency, including,
So we'll find out.
including for the Epstein files, which that will probably come on the floor of the House
Me too.
soon, and we'll have lots of discussions about that. Speaker Johnson, always good to have you here. Thank you so much, sir.
Wow, epic Owen at
Thanks,
the end
Jake.
there.
Appreciate it.
You epically got him, dude, on that Epstein Files one. So fucking epic. Okay. Are we going to be... I feel like we're going to be bombing Venezuela soon. He's probably jealous of Netanyahu, right? Netanyahu's in peace talks right now with... Is Qatar one of the mediating forces? And they just like bombed Qatar like a couple months ago. Trump's like, I want to be able to do that. What the fuck? What the fuck? What? Why? Don't trigger me.
American citizen, natural born U.S. citizen to be denaturalized and also sent to a separate country. Like, that might actually be the case. You've lawyered up. I mean, I got the ACLU with me. I got all of the civil rights lawyers are they're basically salivating at the prospect, from what I understand, of being the person who successfully defends a precedent-setting legal case. So if some shit like that were to happen, I feel like I'm fairly well protected. But I do also have this, like, I have this secret belief that Laura Loomer kind of likes me, I think. American citizen, natural born U.S. citizen, to be denaturalized.
Me and the group of elected leaders and community leaders behind me, we are in the central city of Portland, Oregon, and it is a beautiful day, and we are very happy to be here speaking with you today. In my conversations directly with President Trump and Secretary Noem, I have been abundantly clear with them that Portland and the state of Oregon believe in the rule of law, and we can manage our own local public safety needs. There is no insurrection, there is no threat to national security, and there is no need for military troops in our major city. Military service members should be dedicated to real emergencies. The members of the Oregon National Guard, their mission is to stand up and protect Oregonians, and they will do that every day, but they are not needed in the city. They are not needed here.
Okay. Seems pretty non-controversial. From Asmongold. It's amazing this retarded bitch and the council of Karens behind her ever got elected in the first place. They live in gated communities, shielded from the consequences of their narcissistic empathy, all while they condemn their own citizens to live in a PvP server. She didn't even say anything controversial. Like, it's so stupid. How dare Trump call Democrats fascists? He's fomenting violence. Is this how it works, MAGA? MAGA supporter Thomas Jacob Sanford is who killed 5 people in Grand Blanc, Michigan. MAGA's pretending this is an altered image. It's not. It's literally still up on the family Facebook page. Does this make all MAGA bad people? No. Wow, Ed even still takes like a cucked position on it. Well, not really cucked. I think this is a fine thing to say. What a stupid and dishonest dichotomy. When this fat, bald retard decided to do what he did, conservatives didn't come out saying it was deserved. The problem is the action, yes, but the bigger problem is the political ecosystem that rationalizes and supports political violence. Also, the reason why the conservatives probably didn't support it is because he fucking murdered a bunch of people at a bunch of white people at a Mormon church. They certainly did for Paul Pelosi. True.
Remember, was by a grand jury, not a Republican, partisan group. A grand jury was seated. They reviewed the evidence, as prosecutors do in our system, and they determined that there was reason to bring those charges. So we'll see.
Speaker, just to put a fine point on it, though, my understanding is that the previous prosecutor refused to bring the case because they didn't think it was a strong enough case, if you will, to even bring to a grand jury. And so you have a situation where the president effectively directed their own lawyer to bring that case.
So?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I think there is a distinction between the prosecutor's discretion, and they all have that. Different prosecutors look at different cases different ways, but that's why we have a grand jury, okay? It's not just the unilateral decision of one person. They put it to a jury of the defendant's peers.
Yeah, it's a grand jury.
The grand jury decided that these charges were merited, and so we'll have to see how it shakes out.
All right. Mr. Speaker, we got to end it there. They're wrapping us. I mean, this is about this. This is about the. I mean, this is. I mean, go for it. But this is like, you can ask about saying prayers on the floor of the House or something. I mean, this is sort of off topic, is it? I mean, I know it's the Trump, but.
Well, no, I think there's viewers who are watching us who are asking about.
That was a viewer.
They asked about
it wasn't you. It wasn't you.
They asked about George Soros and Reid Hoffman and some of these other people that we talk about on the air.
Okay, go for it. You got one more. What else? Oh, they're telling me to thank him. You sure? Mr. Speaker.
American people, don't get me started on that.
What, is he mad because the guy asked him a semi-challenging question? It's such bullshit. You're not supposed to take indictments to grand juries that you think the grand jury will approve of. You're supposed to take indictments to the grand jury that you think you can secure a conviction on. That's the whole point of a case like this. You don't just indict whoever the fuck you can and then see what the grand jury's standard of indictment is probable cause. It's probable cause. It's not beyond a reasonable doubt. You're 75 points away from that. What the fuck? This is such a clown show. I don't care. That sorry. I almost gave a fuck. I almost gave a fuck for a second. Don't care. Never mind.
Oh, wait, if I'm not allowed to see.
Oh, we already watched this. I don't know why the Young Turks is trying to fight back against Ethan Klein, but okay.
This work is just unbelievable.
Hassan is trying to attack IRI. What?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, I can hear you.
Awesome. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Nah, fuck no, man. I just have a point to make, and I want everybody in the chat to hear it, right? So I feel like the Democrats, the DNC, they forced Hillary on us. They forced Kamala on us, and that's why we're in the position.
All right, nobody cares.
Based. True. Based. Cut off. He cut that trash caller.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can, yes. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Additional info. This is the guy from the music video for Pretty Fly for a White Guy by The Offspring, Yes Really. And after cutting this guy off, because clearly he had more important things to talk about, i.e. dunking on low info MAGA voters. True. That's such a waste of time. Why talk about MAGA when we can talk again about how Bernie Sanders was wrongfully stolen, or his nomination was stolen by Hillary Clinton or whatever. True. Arrogant, ignorant, spineless cunts. Lost 2 elections to the star of The Apprentice and won only because that star killed a block of his own voters during COVID. Hateful clip. He's an unironic professional Kamala/Biden shill now.
Yes, we are being sued.
Amen Animations made a video on Ethan Klein and them. Oh, nice. Okay. I want to watch some 2-minute papers slop. Why is this 8 minutes if it's called 2-minute papers?
This work is just unbelievable. I cannot believe what I'm seeing here. An incredible human achievement. You see, this is not reality. This is a computer simulation written by scientists. It shows what happens to me after a long winter when summer finally comes again. Oh, yes. And this scene is built from almost 2 million. Yes, 2 million triangles.
Wow.
And this technique can do this calculation 10 times per second on average. That is absolutely amazing. Wow. And it creates a penetration-free simulation that was previously nearly impossible. So, what does penetration-free simulation actually mean? Well, imagine you're playing a video game and your character's hand goes right through a closed...
Wait a second. Is this the joke that I made like 3 days ago where I was like, do you think that we'll ever reach a point where animations will make it so that there's not like collision exists between everything and you don't have stuff cutting through stuff all the fucking time?
Door. That is called penetration, and it instantly breaks the illusion. Not acceptable. We want our virtual objects to act like real-world objects. If you push your hand against the table, it stops. You don't phase through it like a ghost. I hope. If it does, I have some bad news for you. Okay, so penetration-free simulation is all about teaching the computer this basic rule of reality, giving digital objects solidity so they can't pass through one another. But surprisingly, it's almost impossible to pull off correctly. This has been a surprisingly tough problem for a long time now. Why? A brilliant earlier technique called incremental potential contact, or IPC, made huge progress here. However, it had its own challenges. Imagine you're a traffic controller for an entire city. The rule is, if even a single car is about to cause just the tiniest collision, you must stop every single car in the entire city. Yes, even cars miles away on an empty highway.
How can this be hard if physics in the real world does this all the time? Like, wow, doesn't seem that hard.
To slam their brakes. Previous methods work a bit like this. A small, local problem could force the whole simulation to a grinding halt, making it incredibly slow and expensive to run. On top of that, these methods sometimes applied forces at strange angles, which could cause objects like cloth to look unnaturally stretched and distorted. And yes, this is where the magic of the new technique, offset geometric contact, comes in. Or, if you want to sound cool, just call it OGC. Here, instead of one citywide traffic controller, imagine every car now has its own personal super smart sensor. It knows exactly how far it can move before it gets close to anything else. My goodness. But this way, each part of the simulation can move freely and only slow down when things are actually about to collide with something. Only those. The rest of the simulation can keep moving at full speed. Whoa. How is that even possible? Well, the way this technique does this is absolutely beautiful. You are going to love it. Dear fellow scholars, this is 2-Minute Papers with Dr. Caro Jonai here. Dr. Caro, the paper is full of beautiful mathematics and lots of formalism, so I'll try my best to explain it here. So, you see, the algorithm creates an invisible force field around every object. It's like a perfectly fitted suit of armor. And this armor has a special property. It can only push directly outwards, perfectly perpendicular to the surface. So, when two objects get close, their force fields interact and push them apart cleanly, which finally prevents those weird stretching artifacts we saw before. It's like putting everyone in a hamster ball. And thanks to these local bounds and clean forces, the OGC method finally gives us truly penetration-free simulations for movies, computer games, and virtual worlds. But in a way that is massively parallel, so it runs crazy fast on the GPU. I'll tell you how fast in a moment. I love firing up simulations like this on a Lambda instance. Super fun. Also, when clothing is moving in a game, the underlying character will not show through. And just think about it. This simulator was initialized with an incorrect state and it is able to recover from it. Absolutely amazing. So, if we have this piece of yarn built from 65,000 little elements and we start pulling, goodness, look at that. If you start tightening these crazy knots while previous methods would unravel, OGC keeps everything intact. Look at that. Holy mother of papers. Did you see that? Amazing. So, when I opened this research paper, I saw that, what? Wow, this was written by a group of all-star scientists. This is like the Avengers of computer graphics, an insane roster of brilliant people. I then instantly knew that this is gonna be good. So, how good exactly? Well, now, hold on to your papers, fellow scholars, because this technique is not only way better, but also more than 300 times faster than the previous method. From just one research paper to the next one, more than 300x faster. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. What a time to be alive. Now, not even this technique is perfect. For me, some of these simulations with clothing feel a bit too rubbery. The authors themselves point out that the contact forces aren't always perfect. It's a bit like walking on a floor that has tiny, invisible speed bumps. It's a similar idea. Also, in some very specific cases with few collisions but very high speeds, this method can actually be slower than the old techniques. So, still not perfect, but an incredible step forward. I mean, goodness, they absolutely nailed it. And you know the drill. The first law of papers says that research is a process. Do not look at where we are, look at where we will be 2 more papers down the line. And 2 more papers down the line, I am sure this will be solved too. And this is the place where you hear about these amazing techniques before they go mainstream. And when they do, you can tell your friends, oh yes, I saw it years ago on 2-Minute Papers. So make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and leave a kind comment, because these papers are a bit like endangered species. Almost nobody is talking about them, and I'm trying to save them. So you can help our cause too. Save the snails, save the beavers. Subscribe to 2-Minute Papers. And I got to say, I can't stop playing with OpenAI's OpenGPT model through Lambda GPU Cloud. And as you see, I am doing very useful things with it for science. Yes, this is actual speed. I can't believe that I can have more than 100 billion parameters running super fast here. Many of you fellow scholars are using it, and if you don't, make sure to check it out. It costs only a couple dollars per hour. Insanity. You can rent an NVIDIA GPU through lambda.ai/papers or click the link in the video description.
Wow. That's fucking crazy. I run an AI in my AI? Yes! Okay, our republic is dying. I don't care anymore. I want to beat this game before I go to die into the West Coast. A new driver? New drivers? Oh, and it's a game ready driver. Oh. How accurate is the Veritasium video about being an expert in anything? I feel like I'm shit at everything. What's the video? I don't know. Link me. While I install my new driver. Oh, wait. Where's my mouse button? There it is. You watched it a long time ago? Yeah, I don't remember it. What was the takeaway? Oh, custom. Oh, physics. Oh, clean. Oh, like a clean, like they were trying to do in the house. Hassan responded. What?
Everybody wants to stay home during.
Now
This guy LARPs as a revolutionary, but wants to stay home during Twitch console weekend stream and make more money. A tale as old as time, says Destiny.
True. True.
Once again.
True. Once again, true as fuck. Say Sex Destiny. Call me that because you fantasize about my fucking cock. Say it.
I don't even LARP as a revolutionary. I'm a fucking Twitch streamer.
What's with all the articles and all the interviews and talking about the revolution and how important it is to overthrow the capitalist regime and the funneling people? Oh, now we're just a little old Twitch streamer. Oh, okay. Hold on. My drivers are fucking driving. Also, I know you're just a loser fucking Twitch streamer. That's why it's called LARP. Hello? It's updating, I'm sure. Generational Freudian...
How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles?
Okay, base. Is it? I'm assuming it's updating right now, or? Hello?
This is a...
No!
This is...
Uh-oh. Wait, I can't see anything, but I can interact with things? Oh, whoa! Hi. I can see things. Oh my god. Awesome. Wait, what did that say? Installer cannot... Okay, don't care. Update the app. Why? I don't care about this app. I don't care. What are you guys linking me? Oh. Oh my god. God, he's so fucking cringe.
A statement that this is a statement that my haters have applied to me. Once again, they are setting the standards that they made up for me on their own, in their own minds, only to turn around and say you're not abiding by those standards. But once again, yeah, TwitchCon is the revolutionary activity that I should be engaging in.
I mean, the only platform that you seem to engage in commonly is Twitch. So would TwitchCon not be a natural extension of that platform?
Doesn't want to go to TwitchCon. So then with that, you had others pushing back a counterpoint saying that things have dramatically changed in America since then, as well as the fact that Hassan says that he's doing this to protect his fans. But no matter where you stand on this, what you're seeing is Twitch trying to reassure people that the event will be perfectly safe, with CEO Dan Clancy saying on a live stream,
just in terms of safety and security at TwitchCon in light of recent events.
Yeah, I've been shot at fucking ICE protests, man.
Like, you personally? Like, the cops were shooting at you? And you mean, like, just rubber bullets into a crowd? Or, like, they shot, like, live ammo? Like, oh my god, he's so fucking cringe. God, he's such a cringe LARPer, and he virtue signals so fucking hard. Oh my god, you're not a victim, bro. You're a spoiled white kid from an insanely wealthy fucking family where both halves of your family were loaded as fuck. You literally lived like the billionaire's dream life in Turkey and in fucking the United States, and now you're LARPing through your socialist project as you're like a consumer-obsessed fashion bro who rides around on fucking private planes to fucking celebrities and porn stars, and now you're on Twitter. Like, Jesus Christ, it's like the most baby fucking life in existence. Like, I've been shot. They revoked my global entry. Oh my god, Jesus.
The fuck are we talking about? Also, Philip DeFranco literally posted the idiotic take from a dude who is not only in the crosshairs himself currently, but also someone who Philip DeFranco personally covered issuing a death threat against me literally a week prior to this.
I've never issued any death threats towards Hassan, and I know how Hassan knows exactly what Philip DeFranco talks about or does at any point in time, because DeFranco literally has to okay his fucking scripts from Hassan over here. So yeah, congratulations on the collab there, buddy.
Like, Sex Pestany unironically said a straightforward death threat, issued a straightforward death threat.
Yes.
To me.
Like, if anything, that should make you feel even more secure, because I'm banned from Twitch. I can't even go to TwitchCon. TwitchCon might be the safest place for you then.
Correctly. And Philip DeFranco covered it.
Oh my God.
That was like, what, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? I mean, yeah.
I thought it was last week. Now it's 3 weeks ago.
So stupid.
Why would you ever get the feeling that Hassan Piker is a radical extremist? Why would you ever get the feeling that he's anything more than just a fucking Twitch streamer? Holy shit, Project G Assist. That's what I needed. That's what I fucking needed. Okay, playing video games. Wait. We'll connect first. Wood. Therefore, Woody, Guthrie, Woodstock, Classics, Chuck, Stiff, could, wouldn't, create, Foghorn, Awkward, Woodchuck, Scrooge, and Stilted. Isn't this like part of that stupid how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood or whatever? Okay, okay, okay. That Guthrie dude was like a musician guy. Part of some bullshit I don't know or remember. Don't give a fuck about. Oh, fuck. Please just like be related to old shit. Fuck! I don't know. Never mind. Okay. That's okay. Stiff. Wooden. Awkward. Scrooge? Stilted? Don't be one off. Okay, unnatural. Okay, okay, okay. Are these like old like Pixar Disney character things? Woody, Guthrie, Scrooge, Foghorn. I don't know what the fuck this is. Is this like a Texas thing? The Texas Foghorns? No, it's like the Texas Longhorns. I have no idea what this is. Okay. Woodstock. Create. Therefore. I've never in my life guessed correctly when trying to do this elimination bullshit. I hate my life. Woody, Scrooge, Foghorn, Therefore, create classics. Oh my god, wait. No, it's not that stupid, is it? I think I'm seeing something stupid. Like create 8, 3, 4. No way, right? Stock, Awk, Orn, Horn, Gorn, Rouge, Crouge. 6. Oh my god, it's so stupid. Woody, Woodstock, Scrooge, and Foghorn. I have no idea. Cartoon birds? Woody the Woodpecker. Scrooge McDuck? I don't know who Woodstock is. The bird? And Foghorn the bird? Foghorn, Leghorn. Woodstock the bird and Peanuts. Foghorn. Oh, Foghorn, the rooster guy. I didn't remember that guy's name. Hassan preaching for the revolution. Oh, we watched this earlier. It's my favorite video. Of all time. Every time. Everybody with epilepsy, tune out. This game might destroy you. Hello? Can we go to the next thing, please? What if I deleted my save? That feel when computer's not fast enough. Oh. Is this what my driver update got me? Oh. Did this really reset all of my graphics settings? It doesn't look like it, did it? Oh god damn it, I have to talk to all these fucking nerds.
You're finally... We are.
I am
ready?
here.
Yeah.
I am ready. And I want to spend time with you, my love. My true love. Have you ever gotten into indie games? Is this not an indie game?
Let's play cards or throw some dice.
Auto off.
Nuh-uh. You always cheat.
Oof.
No, I always win.
Oof.
Only the weak cry foul when their skills fail them.
True.
The other Jestrels never want to play with you either. Are they all weak?
Yep.
Poor losers. Fine. How about a duel? We haven't had a proper duel in ages. Yes, a duel will be even more fun. Get our blood flowing. All right. Get ready to lose.
Does it use the stats of both characters? Is it so?
I'll improvise.
Oh fuck. It doesn't.
Not impressed. I'll manage. End of the line.
End of the line.
Fuck. No!
Last ditch effort. End of the line. Oh well.
Why does he make that noise? You're supposed to let him? If you don't let... Wait. Am I supposed to let him win? It means as in to be nice to him. Why the fuck would I want to do that? Fuck this guy. Hell no. He can go cheat with the other losers.
My turn. Bring it on.
It's time to leave America. New Zealand calls. Shut the fuck up.
Ha! You, sir, have been defeated.
You got lucky.
What was it you said? Only the weak cry foul when their skills fail them.
You're right. Or I guess I'm right, since I said that. You have grown more formidable than I remembered. Your skills are strong. I respect your win.
And I respect your loss. You were right, old friend. That was fun. Come on, let's go get a drink. I'm parched.
Oh, where do we go to get a drink from if we're at camp overnight? New gradient attack. Wow. He can't drink because of his mask. What a life.
You're fine.
We are.
You
Yeah.
Easy.
Still thinking about what you saw.
I wish Gustav was here.
We're saving him soon, don't worry. Wow, he notices they're looking sad. What else is new? This person's emo constantly.
You okay?
Yeah.
Leave now. She said yes. Oh my god.
Nothing. Just thinking about Gustav. And Lucien. And everyone. Every time I think I've managed to contain it, a wave comes out of nowhere and drags me away.
I know.
How do you do it? After all these years?
He's like
You say
120,
time
bro.
heals all wounds.
He's got it figured out.
But I guess death heals all wounds too.
Based.
Bad joke. Sorry. Death is not necessarily final.
What does that mean?
Gustav lives on in other ways, right? Through your memories, through his influence on your life and everyone else's, through the Lumina converter and his research.
Yeah, that's true, but that's not very comforting when I'm missing him.
Try talking to him.
What the fuck does the Lumina converter do? Is that just what lets us use like the Lumina things? Is that what that means?
I'm serious. It helps. Well, at least it helps me. I imagine what they would say, how they would react to things. It helps me
Converts
keep
Lumina
them
dipshit.
alive.
Okay.
Well,
She's not in the mood to talk, but also does not wish to be alone. Okay. 5. Oh shit! Do we get something for that? Nope. Whatever.
Still thinking.
I wish.
True.
I can't believe with...
Yeah.
Thank you. CL was right about you.
Oh. Actually, I should thank you. I wouldn't have got this far on my own.
tomorrow comes.
Ho ho! You know what that means. We don't need this journal.
33's journal.
We're gonna survive and win.
Planning to die anytime soon?
Well, you never know what tomorrow brings. Not to you, but to us.
Do you always take such copious notes?
Since I was 4.
Really? 4?
That's what happens when you have obsessive researchers for parents.
Still, 4 is young.
Not anymore. Not when you only live to 32.
Careful.
Everyone in Lumiere starts their apprenticeship at 6. And I was apprenticed to my parents, so they started me early.
Working with your parents sounds fun.
They needed a research assistant who never went home. The obvious solution? Birth your own. Look at you, getting me to talk about myself.
Doesn't that feel nice? My parents were both artists. Widely respected, very prominent artists. So, there was a great deal of pressure to follow in their path.
You're an artist, then?
Not the kind they wanted me to be.
Meaning?
They wanted him to paint, but he was a musician.
Music is my passion.
Hell yeah. Paintings for losers. All form of visual arts just for losers. Just kidding.
What do you play?
The flute. Don't say it. Don't say the flute. Oh no, we...
You?
Piano, mostly. But a little guitar as well. You know how to summon an instrument from pigtoes, right?
Is this really his go-to riz for everybody?
Great. Let's start a band.
Expedition 33, the band. I like that.
Where's my... Was that the wrong option? No way! It's all the same? Oh, okay.
You seem preoccupied.
It's nothing. Just nerves.
You're literally immortal.
It's been a long road to get here.
Extra long for you, I imagine.
You, on the other hand, seem quite relaxed.
Do I?
You're not nervous?
Of course I am. But we will do everything in our power. And either it will be enough, or it won't.
You used to be a farmer. Is that why you use a scythe?
I guess, yeah. Once a farmer, always a farmer.
Is a double-headed scythe very useful on a farm, though?
Double the efficiency. You should see how quickly I can harvest crops.
I'll bet. I used to love the gardens of Lumiere. It must look quite different now.
Probably a lot more variety than back then. The Outdome teams brought back loads of new plants from the surrounding islands. That's actually how I met Pierre. I asked his team for honey petal samples. He brought me a bouquet of them. And 15 boxes of plant
Wait, who the
cuttings.
fuck is this Pierre guy? I don't remember this guy.
If you want to romance a farmer, live plants are probably better than dead flowers.
Wait,
Dead
Pierre.
flowers are nice too.
Her husband? Was he older? Is he gone? Thank God. Never mind. We're good, boys.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's just... It still hurts that he's gone.
Get over it.
Neither of us were perfect.
He died before the goonage?
for each
Oh no.
other.
What happened to him? You don't have to talk about it.
Oh damn.
Died in an accident on one of the islands near Lumiere. His body washed away. I was prepared for his gommage. We were supposed to have 5 more years together. It's okay.
That's a good way to look. You were lucky to have found each other.
Yeah.
Well, I can't compete with that.
Stop.
You're competing in a different event.
And that's a nice way to say fling. Is there a future where I might compete?
I did not choose. I don't ever want to be married to this person.
Let's just focus on today.
A farmer person? Stop.
And by today, I mean tonight.
Not again. What? No. Why does this person want to bang so much? Wait, are you like shoehorned into this? You can say no? Well, yeah, but this makes it sound like he's like fucking in love with her. What the fuck?
And I feel used, but...
Fine. Gross. Luna's jealous now. Now we've ruined everything. Now everything is fucked.
You seem
It's nothing. It's been a long...
Extra...
You, on the other... You don't
Extra
know.
long.
I will do
I know what she means now. Stop.
I can't believe with it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh. Still thinking about...
I wish.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
Did you know sorry was my first rock?
Really?
Francois was super jealous, but he got one from Claire instead.
Wait. Francois has his own set of rocks. Why does he keep stealing yours then?
Because we're buddies. Francois is so fun.
What? I don't get to spend...
Me too.
Whoa.
Did you?
Really? Wait.
Because...
I haven't found any more kids yet. Right? Okay. Do I need to talk to the weird sunken face guy? Hello, curator. Is it a big spoiler alert to ask if I get any more party members, or can I dump all my Lumina into these people now? Oh, this is the height of unethical gaming. Ugh. Jeez. Okay, I don't even know what I want. Okay. I'm not min-maxing all these actually equipped things. Wait, what was that? Oh, augmented counter. Oh, this one is way better. Whatever, don't care. Schumer speaking out against Republicans' 7-week funding bill. I think the government is shutting down for tonight for sure, right? Like, there's no saving it at this point, no? Unless all the Democrats capitulate. Wait, unless Senate Dems vote yes because the House Repubs are already gone. Oh, wait. Because the House Republicans only need a wait, is that... I keep forgetting who needs what on these. The House just needs a simple majority and the Senate needs a super majority?
It's nothing.
Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to talk to you.
Long road.
Extra long.
You or the other? You're not nervous?
Of course we will do, and...
Now they can enter the monolith. Gustav's homage. Wow. Shout out for the sub, Serendipity. Thank you. In King Chat. If they make changes, then the House has to vote on it again. Okay.
We've done it.
True.
We're really going to face the paintress.
True.
And finally break this cycle.
Well, if we win.
That being said, someone here has been hiding a terrible secret.
Oh my god, she's pregnant in one night.
talking about?
No shot.
You thought we'd never find out, didn't you? Nobody ever wondered what SKA was made of, did they? Well, SKA and I had a chat.
I'm sorry, Verse.
Are you okay?
She promised me sweet rocks.
Is that wine?
I stored my personal stash inside him. All excellent vintages. I don't normally share, but I suppose tonight deserves an exception.
Mormon. I told you to stop drinking alone.
To your great generosity.
I don't know how you can like this.
Catherine Cortez Masto votes with GOP on clean CR. The vote is ongoing. Wait, why? The Dems... Sorry, fuck. The Dems can give a few votes, right? Like, it's probably okay if there's a couple strategic seats that have to vote along with the Republicans, as long as they don't, like, fuck their shit up, right? How many votes can the Dems give? They need 8? Okay. Maybe it's okay. Holy shit. It's his sister. Is that what we said? We decided? Oh, wait.
My beautiful sister doesn't need this ugly mask.
I feel like of all the other healing things they have, they really don't have like cosmetic surgeries.
You embrace her, yet you're condemning her to die.
You brought him here.
I'm not here to fight. But my son, do you know what it means to disappear into nothingness? Have you thought through the consequences? Not just for you, or even me, but for them. Their memories, their dreams, their love for each other. Who really is the one painting death, and who paints life instead? We exist and we will exist for as long as she wants. You want to spoil what we've been given. Sometimes we paint the bars of our own prison. Your despair blinds you. You think you're ready to pay the price. But are you willing to let them pay the price for you?
May everything be decided before their very eyes. Between the bars of their prison. In the shadow of the monolith.
In the shadow of the monolith.
Wow, edgy.